Hello, survivors! Welcome to a stream. The stream. So, it's got a little bit tighter. I think it's actually only been reduced at the top in terms of scoreline by about 30k, but Victus are not undefeated anymore. I think they were originally, right? You know what's crazy? Look at how many more times Days After Rodeo have won. 30 more wars. They almost have exactly the same victories. This is actually kind of strange, to be honest. How they've got so less points. That's mad. I'll get rid of that off the screen. How's it going, guys? What's up, GB? GB first place. Look at that. Moderator taking the crown. What's up, man? Gitish Kumar and Alfie as well, rounding off the top 3. Thank you very much for tuning into my stream, guys. What's up, Foxy, Dennis as well, Darwin. We also have TN, Sulfurion, Nate Dog, and Junith. Thank you very much for tuning into the stream, guys. This is the second stream of 3 streams that we're going to be having this weekend for War of Champions. It's going to be pretty much a laid-back weekend for myself. I normally would be working hard on some content. There's probably not going to be a This Week in RTS video today. Almost definitely. I might do it early tomorrow morning, but it's not going to be today. Mainly just because I took the opportunity to have a little bit of a relax, honestly, when it comes to content. I knew this would fill the gap for 2 days. I've been just concentrating on my own daily stuff and just taking a step back a little bit, which has been nice. What's up, Cobra Commander? Love the videos. Thank you very much. I'm glad to see that you have kept on. just about. Lockdown has been in lockdown for a while. Very much kept on surviving. I'm doing very well. Turning 18 next week. Hey, not bad. My birthday's right at the end of the month, 28th of November. So we shared a birthday month. But happy birthday in advance. Like the stream, folks. Yes, thank you for the early likes. Thank you for the early likes. We're going to go for the first scroll through to see who's what and where's where. I think we have had an overtake here. Crazy Brazilians were in 4th place, but I think they've dropped down to 5th. Keep going to go down. It's going to be hard to remember where all these teams, all these factions were, if I'm honest. I think Anarchist Elite we saw in 19th yesterday, so they've gone up a couple of places. I think it only really matters if you're between 22nd. So this battle here, this is for 1,000 Tara cards. This is a big battle. This is actually a big battle. I mean, if you're someone who's willing to spend, and that's the difference, yeah, I think it could cost you like $50. That's that different placement. Pretty sure. I'm gonna keep going down. Keep going down. Let's see. Into the 40s now. And OG Slaughterhouse came off the bottom. They were bottom of the table, that's for sure. And now they've opened up a little gap over last place. I don't think there's a difference between those positions. Rank 50 to 41st, yeah. Okay. By the way, I forgot to ask early, but did you wear a costume for Halloween? No, not really. No, like in the UK, not many people did Halloween stuff. Like they did it all at home. And I live alone, so I would have been dressing up for Halloween for myself. I mean, would have been terrible, I guess. What's up, Lee? Hey, Cygnus, man. Haven't seen you in a while. How's it doing? Things are looking up. My body's starting to work, so I should get home and be watching live again soon. That sounds awesome, man. You need to drop me PMs, man. Drop me PMs. I pretty much leave you alone to deal with your stuff, but you are welcome to PM me whenever you want on Discord, man. Whenever you want. If I may ask, who is your favorite TWD show character? I might be able to make something for your birthday. The TV show, probably Rick. I think it's probably Rick or Beta. Like, I really like the Beta actor, and so it's a mixture between one of those two. Other than that, I can't really think. I like some of the actors, but I don't like the characters. For instance, I really like the actor that played Shane. Really, really like the actor that played Shane, but I really disliked Shane as a character. So, you know, that's how it can go, you know. Same sort of thing, like I really disliked Bob. The dude that took Dale's position, I think, with the tainted meat stuff, I think. But I really, really like his actor from The Wire and stuff. I like his actor. I like the actor. There's Tyrese. I like the actor, and I like the character to a certain extent. I think they kind of did him dirty in the show, but yeah. For instance, Daryl, I don't mind the actor I think I just like Rick a lot. Not being British and biased, but I like Rick a lot. I like the actor. I like the character too. He played Punisher too. Yes. He's got quite good range. I've seen him in a couple of things where he's played pretty decent roles. Welcome to the stream. What's up, Philip? Shout out from 66. Who are you in 66, Philip? Thanks for tuning in. I like oh well, yeah. I mean, Negan's great. But I mean, like, favorite has got to be Rick. I love Ryan Hurst. Is great. I recently made an edit on Rick, but I can see, you know, I have a big regret. I went to the very last Walker Stalker Con in London, and I was kind of broke at the time, so I didn't have huge amounts of money, and I could have signed up to just get in line and talk to Ryan Hurst and get a photo of him and stuff. Pretty laid back and chilled. But I was like, I want to spend my money on something else. I bought some Telltale memorabilia instead, like pictures and stuff. But I'm not. It's just that I had to decide where I was going to go. And I kind of think that having something that you can look at and hold afterwards is generally better than a memory. Like a memory of just standing next to someone. I mean, I guess that would have got my photo with them, but also I kind of feel like that kind of thing's forced, and I kind of feel like I don't want to force someone to do that, you know. It kind of would feel forced to me, but yeah. Norman Reedus has a bomb too. A bomb. Glenn for the win. Yeah, I don't mind Glenn. I actually don't like his actor that much, but I like the character. That's a strange one. That normally the actor can put me off. Like Maggie, like the actress. There's a bunch of awesome characters and actors and actresses on there. They've been pretty fortunate. Obviously Michonne, really, really awesome actress. The character's quite good too, but I think the actress is really great. Love Walker Stalker Con, been to Atlanta twice, it was awesome. Yeah, I think they've pretty much shut down Walker Stalker Con now though, because there was some drama about payments and stuff, and a lot of it was kept undercover. And then one of the actors, I think it was the actor for Ezekiel, basically came out and said, "Yeah, this is trash." It was going to be another Walker Stalker Con in London, and people were announced for it. Like Ryan Hurst was announced for it and stuff. But yeah, wanted to go to Morphicon, a Power Rangers convention, but alas got cancelled. Yeah, I think a lot of those things sadly are going to get cancelled. I know of a lot of people who, in some of the communities I'm in, actually kind of work the convention ring. Like they actually do like work those jobs, and obviously they've not been able to work so much. So yeah, I mean, unfortunately it's the way it goes. Hopefully we can get around this at some point, but I think there are some things that are positive that have come out of this. Like I saw a video recently You guys might not know this, but there's a theatre production company in the UK, like, that's quite big. I can't even remember what they're called, but they have been obviously hit really hard as well because no one's going to the theatre. I'm not talking like West End, like where it's like real big shows. I'm talking about like a lot of stuff aimed at kids, like fairy tale stuff, but they sometimes get big people in for like a 2-week show, for instance, and it can draw a lot of attention and stuff to it. And they obviously can't do those shows, so what they decided to do was do a lot of stuff on their YouTube channel, and they've said that in the space of like 3 to 6 months, they've got more views on their YouTube channel than they had visitors in the last 10 years to their shows. So like things can like evolve for some companies if they're willing to take the jump, but it can be very hard. I can't really think of a way you could do a convention online very easily, especially certain aspects of it. But I mean, where there's a will, there's a way, you know. If people want things to happen, they generally will somehow. I mean, conventions in the first place happened because people wanted them to, right? Only watched like 3 episodes of season 1 and like the character who died to WoC staying on top of the roof. Merle was a very interesting character. He was very like if you watch the entire storyline of Merle, it was a really good storyline, but like the early on storyline, you had to love the acting, but the character, man, he was kind of just like not a very nice person at all. But I can understand why a lot of people liked him, was because he was true, you know? As much as he was racist and he was just a horrible person, there was no confliction there, so that's why you bought into that character. He wasn't like, he didn't second guess himself. He was just himself, and it was genuine. It seemed like a genuine representation. So I really like that. It was really, really, really good, well acted. That was probably one of the better actors in the show, in my opinion. That guy. I can't remember what else he's been in. He's a really good actor, though. Slaughterhouse moved to 48. Yeah, I did say this indeed. I personally like season 10 more than any season. I haven't watched a lot of the old seasons more than once. Like, some of them I've only just watched once. Some of them I've watched like twice or 3 times. But, you know, a lot of the OG seasons, I think like seasons 1 to 4, I only watched once. And some of those are really good, so I might go back and rewatch stuff. I felt bad when Dwight, you mean Daryl. In a way, like it was the way it happened though was really, really really well done, really well done. You know, bad stuff happens in TV shows; it's meant to. And you know, if everyone if there's no risk of anything happening to characters in an apocalypse, then you don't have. It's not as gripping. It's about how it's done, and I think it was done really well with that character. Do you ever go back and revisit character mods and weapons once you have built? Once they've been out for... Yeah, definitely. The last time I did a proper restream, like a proper remod of my entire roster, was a while ago, because mainly it takes a long time to unequip mods. It's really terrible to unequip mods. Like, you can't just like hit an unequip all mods button on even a single character, but also you can't do it on your entire roster. I'd like just a refund all mods button for my entire roster, right? And then I could remod my entire team. Or my teams, should I say. But I did a stream, like, it must be like January, February, March, April, May. I think it was May. So it's June, July, August. I mean, that's like 4 or 5 months ago now. That was the last time I fully remodded one of my roster. And it still holds pretty well. The meta has changed for like one of my teams. I can't show you, but like one of my attack teams I've remodded a little bit. And I didn't have back then, was like an Ivan over attack team, and now I've got like Alpha and Brutus, so those characters get a lot of usage. I wish they followed the book more instead of doing their own thing. Yeah, we've talked about it a little bit before. Like, it can be really hard. Like, you've got characters, and then you've also got actors. So let's say you've got like a really important character, and then the actor turns out to not be doing it very well. Would you want to give like a bad actor or someone who's just not seen as doing a good job that like key storyline? Or sometimes the actors want to leave. Like in the TV show, Jesus just wanted to leave. The guy who played Jesus just wanted to leave the show. So they had to get rid of him. Basically, there's not much they could do. And I think that's what Daryl's there for, and also Carol to a certain extent, and a lot of the other characters that are kind of just invented for the TV show. Like Carol was in the comic, but she lived on as an AMC character effectively, just because she was meant to be taken out very early with very, very little storyline. They basically pick up the storylines of characters that have gone, and then there can be really weird ones. I'm not going to do too many spoilers, but like there's a really weird one in season like 8 or 9 where they take out a character that didn't want to leave, had only recently moved to the like they got old enough to move to the area, and they killed him off, and they gave the storylines to like. It was just really strange. It was like a fan favorite character as well. A lot of people were annoyed at that. It was really strange. There must have been something going on behind the scenes there. It doesn't make any sense otherwise. What's up, Steve? I think I said hello, Steve, right? What's up, Steve? Am I the only one who has never consumed a second of TWD except this game? No, you could definitely be the only one. No, I'm joking. There probably are some other people, but I haven't read any of the comics, but I do know a lot of the storylines just because I've been a YouTuber and I've talked to people about and I've got a Discord that I have to check. So I do get a lot of the storylines off of there, and I can see how it intertwines and stuff. But yeah, I got into Telltale to Walking Dead because of Telltale. So. You can get into it for different reasons. I watched the show after... When did I watch the show? I think I watched the show after I started playing this game. So it was Telltale. I don't know how I got into Telltale. This is really strange, actually. Like, I just randomly bought it, I think. Like, it's really strange for me to do that sort of thing. Like, to just randomly buy a game. But I can't remember why. I think I saw a trailer. And I thought it would be cool to have the whole choice mechanic. It was mainly the choice mechanic that got me in. And I remember I bought it like really early, like day 1. And I played episode 1. And then I had to wait for the next episode to come out. And then I stopped playing it. Like, I didn't play it. 2 more episodes came out. I played the next 2, I think. And then I didn't complete it. I just never played it again, right? And it's because... If you remember episode 3 with the train journey and stuff, it was a pretty long-winded episode. And I was pretty drained playing 2 episodes in a row. It was a pretty bad idea. And so when the next one came out, I just remembered how like draining it was to play that much. And I didn't play it. And then I played it all the way through again. And then like I just split up the episodes a bit better. And yeah, the rest is history. And then I played it all the way through again for the second time on my YouTube channel. And then if you check my YouTube videos, when I play Season 2 and 3 and 4 on my channel, that's the first time I ever played that. Season 1, I played it once, all the way through once before. But Season 1 was still sad. So sad, man. It killed me even then. I was in tears at the end of that episode, man. Even on my replay through, it was really, really sad. Did anyone notice that the actor that plays the Penguin on the newer... Band TV series was slaughtered at Terminus in the pig trough scene? Is that the same guy? Is that exactly the same guy? That would be really interesting. I know the one you're talking about. The one that they met, the one that Carol met in a house, right? Or Rick met in a house. I can't remember. Like when they went to, and then like his girlfriend got eaten or something. Or I can't remember. It was weird. Then no, it was Rick because that's how Rick recognized him. Yeah. I'll search for the stream for remods. Yeah, I think if you just search YouTube, just TWD RTS Lockdown War mods. It should be the top one that comes out. It's got like a purple background, and it's pictures of mods, and then there's Priya on the front. Batman. I kind of knew it was Batman because he said Penguin, but yeah, Carol's way different in the comics. And let me just sit at the top of the set. She was useless in the comics. I think she was just like, there are filler characters, right? In the comics, you can do that. In TV shows, it's hard to do that. It's hard to do filler characters because, like, two reasons, right? You want someone to be a good actor to play a role that has to speak. And to get a good actor, you're going to have to pay them a reasonable amount. And if you're going to pay them a reasonable amount, you want to try and draw their lifespan out a little bit just so that you get the most out of it. And, you know, if you kill them off in a couple of scenes, it's kind of weird. Although that did happen in, that movie. What is it? Oh, I can't remember the movie with, oh man, I can't remember his name. Oh, damn. Where they had Brad Pitt, like, for 5 seconds in the movie and he got taken out. I started watching The Walking Dead the day it got released, but later on it was very lengthy and boring, so I stopped watching it from season 8. Yeah, they did draw out the storyline quite a bit. You can't send links. Not in my YouTube channel, no. You can in Discord, though. After the Rick, that was it for me. Well, we've it's been confirmed that there's going to be movies of The Walking Dead, which has got Rick in it. So, I don't see it. So I don't invest too much into the show. So I see it just more as entertainment. So if they kill off a character, I'm just like, oh damn, sort of deal. That's it, you know. What's up, Richards? The problem with TWD is they kill characters just to kill them versus moving the story forward. In the comic, or I mean, that's the thing. I was thinking about it before. Like, imagine you've got a TV. Like, imagine you've got a movie, right? And the entire movie is like a love story, and you know about this guy who falls in love with this girl in in high school, and he never makes the move. They go through college. They split apart, and the whole storyline progresses, and then they reunite at a job later on. And he gets the guts to ask her out. Everything goes great. She's like, yes, whatever. They go out for a meal. It's the last 20 minutes of the movie. How's it going to end? And they come out of the place where they eat and locking eyes, and then they both get hit by a truck, right? That actually does happen in real life. But it would be kind of just really, really random if it was to happen in a movie after being built up for an hour and a half, right? Realism is sometimes too realistic, right? But you don't want to see that in a movie. But this is what I think The Walking Dead does, is sometimes it literally is just the way it goes, And I reckon when you've got a lot of characters, sometimes they just roll a dice, Is a character going to die this scene? 20-sided dice. If we rolled a 20 3 times in a row, there's a character going to die in this scene. When I'm talking about the comics. That's how I do it, just to make it a little bit more, more dangerous. The Carl thing, yeah, I was talking about the Carl thing. It just seems really weird. Look, I have decided that Sean looks like you, even though I know you have done a face reveal. I just picture you as looking like Sean. Sean is actually a developer from Road to Survival. I look like a cross between Abraham, Eugene, and Wayland. Not Wayland. Who's the guy who was the fisherman, now he got as a character? I look like a cross between those three. But you guys have seen my face. Right, you guys have seen my face. Wyatt, that's it. What's up, Moon? What's up? Search on YouTube, look down RTS mods, it will pop up. Okay, cool. I tried to save a character that couldn't be saved for about an hour before I realized I couldn't save them in Telltale. Yeah, I mean, that's it. I think that's it. Inevitably, sometimes characters cannot be saved. And I get that it can be annoying. But it's the main characters a lot of the time, you know. Lee cut his arm to prevent the virus, but still died, and Clementine's leg was heavily injured and with open wounds, but still survived. I mean, it just depends. There's a lot of different things. Guys who just showed up, like the stream. We have 20 likes. Thank you very much. We don't have a huge amount of viewers, but this is kind of how it goes in War of Champions. Well, in War generally, majority of people who are watching, who are in the game, are playing War. That's going to be the way it goes. Lock works are scopely confirmed if Sean equals development. I mean, not exactly. We are different people. Let me just find something. They don't always finish story arc and kill them off. We used to joke that there could be only be one black guy on the show at a time. Yeah, true enough. Not much is going on, Moon. Not much. Just chilling. I just realized walkers went up to rank 2. Yeah, they did. They did just jump. Look at that. Is this their push? They have to push really hard though. There's 8 hours to go. But look at the war differential. It's like days after Rodeo's wars, right? They've got over 200. They've got 215. Walkers have 100 and Walkers have 182, and Victors have 198. But days after Rodeo have over 200. And they've got 30 more nearly than Victors, but they're 500k behind. I know that a lot of them are extra losses, but that's still points. Unless they got absolutely run over, which is not likely. I had myself a nappy nap. Yeah. So yeah, I look like a cross between these characters. Let me just find the characters. Like, this is what I've been told anyway. I don't have a beard. I have a beard right now, but like this character, look at Avatar. It won't be A, will it? It'll be Abra. This character, and I don't know if I've got Wyatt in this region. I definitely don't have Wyatt in this region. I guess he's gonna be in the tower. All the way down the bottom. No scroll to bottom button. And this character. That's what I've been told. It's early. I wouldn't be on if it wasn't for Thunderstorm. I just want to know which faction defeated Victus. They're at 0 losses, and today 12. Probably the crew changed. Probably the opening. We saw it at the opening 20 hours, and they probably had a set of people who hit that first 20 hours, like who hit really hard. Like, let's go into their scores, and it's going to be quite weighted towards certain people. Look, 600k, a million. Like, some people got zeros, like 20k. And this is because their rosters are not going to be as powerful. 600k, 8k, 4k, 1 million, 500k, 4k, 500k. Like, this is what War of Champions is like. I think it's stupid. But like, they just literally someone's getting in a war just so they get rewards. But then you're going to have maybe like, you probably have like 8 to 14 people who just carry you through. But they have like 4 people with over 1 million, a bunch over 500k, and then everyone else is at like 1 to 20k, pretty much. I think this is kind of stupid, but that is how War of Champions works. You know, they've realized that the best thing they can do is just the best people will go ham for the weekend, and they've got a chance of taking home the win. So you got brains equals Eugene and muscles equals Abraham. I think I'm talking about my face. I can show you my face. 1 second, I've got a picture. I think I've showed this one before. Did I get the 4,000 coins? Yeah. And that's exactly how I look in those videos. Walking Dead cam stuff. What's up, Noah? How's it going, man? Face reveal 2.0. Well, I mean, this is like the 10th or 20th time. Great with my lovely face, I know, man. That face was me pulling a face that I obviously hadn't had something that I wanted to eat for a while. I still only have the 5 regions on my list, and I must have looked at for hours. Still 2,500 better than nothing. Yeah, I mean, that is strange. It is strange. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I managed to find them all. It is weird. You might have had to like create regions in the regions that were getting merged into stuff. Based on that pick, you were dead on with Eugene Abraham combo. Yeah, that's what I've been told. Like, basically, I'm a mix between the chunky white dudes. It's like, okay, well, thanks, I guess. I remember watching your Telltale where you streamed with you in the shot as well. Yeah, I did all of that for season 4. So if you check my season 4 videos, I've got my cam. I'm going to, this is a promise to you guys, in 2021, promising you, the plan is I'm going to stream again, but this time it's going to be the definitive version of The Walking Dead, Telltale's The Walking Dead, with my cam. And we'll play through the entire thing again. And we'll do it on YouTube as well. We won't do it on Twitch, we'll do it on YouTube. Okay? And I'll be much more engaged in chat. Like before I was doing a lot of the story. Whereas this time I'll be like talking to you guys in chat and having fun. Because I know a lot of the story. It's not the first time I'm going to play it through and stuff. It's getting very close, noob. That was actually auto correct. Yeah. You've said it that many times that it auto corrects you. Oof. Oof. Shots fired indeed, man. Shots fired. Yeah, I honestly don't think they're going to be able to claw this back. Like, it is going to be a battle for second, I think. Which is cool. It would be cool if there was a battle for first, kind of like that. But, yeah. Well, in the stream that we have I'm going to be having this little stream right now. And then we're going to have a break. And in about... Probably in about 6 hours and 6 hours from now, so we'll catch a lot. Well, maybe a little. We'll do it like 1 hour 20 minutes left on it, so there's a solid hour of them warring. I'm gonna do another end of War Champion stream, and then after that, we're gonna do a temple for Cali on Charcater region. I have been in contact with Andrea. She has got some issues with her PC, but I might be able to get a live who to pull on from Andrea via Discord. We're only 30k ahead. Oof. Yeah. In my downtime between my war streams, I would be hitting up some wars as myself. Who needs enemies when your friends autocorrect your name into noob? You notice how Moon hasn't said anything since. I think he's basically like in the Order 66 leaders chat and just going like, I think it's time we kick that Noah dude. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Yeah, you went in game. Yeah, sure. Can I still get 4k coins? Yeah, you can try. You are hosed if you don't get it from she's the ultimate lucky rabbit's foot. Yeah. It has been progress as well. 5-star in the first one, 6-star in 5-star in the first one I did the pulls on, 6-star in the next, and what's it gonna be this time? You know what I'm saying? Well, what's it gonna be this time? What's it gonna be this time? I've also got to eat. I'm thinking about getting some food delivered. But I don't know what it's like for you guys where you live. But in London or the UK, if you don't live really, really central in London, a lot of places close because it's generally better. Wait, what day? Today is Sunday, right? Is this place open? Oh my god. They normally are closed on Sundays. I guess it's because of... Oh, I'm ordering from there. I'm ordering from here. Oh, yes. Give me that. Give me that. Go to payment. Nice. Days After Rodeo just jumped up above. That's going to be some proper harsh fight to the end, I think. To the end. Right now I'm ordering West Indian food, guys. I talked about this before. It's my favorite food. Probably that and Italian, you know? My favorite. My favorite. Italians kind of cheating with having pizza and pasta. Like, they claimed both. But, yeah. I love jerk chicken. Yeah, Moon. You knew, bro. It's not normally open on a Sunday, bro. It's not normally open on a Sunday. I got jerk chicken and rice and peas and a macaroni and cheese side with some extra, like, mild sauce that I can just... That's like, it's nice and saucy. Saucy! It's really good. Lady Geek saying you can't, and... I mean, they might have literally just stopped it, but... I mean, there is possibility. I mean, you can just try. If you don't, then you don't. It only takes 15 minutes to try, but, yeah. Nando's time. Nah. What's up, David? What's up, Basti? Are you from Order 66? Or order number... Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I'm not... It's not Chinese. Order number 66. Close. Order, you know that Order 66 was just like an order of genocide, basically. You just got want to kill all the Jedi. That's what Order 66 was. Automatic transfer as well. Yeah, what you can do is you can just create an account or a region in that region, get it to level 7, and it still gives you the rewards. You don't even have to get automatically transferred. You could just create one in the designation place. That was working. New town hall update. Yeah, there is actually some building updates. I forgot about that. Like the last update was so massive that like some of them had kind of just gone over my head a little bit. But yeah, you're going to be able to upgrade your town again. I hope they. Do you know what they need to do? They need to add to the battle pass a second construction queue, so you can upgrade 2 things at the same time. That will actually increase the value of the battle pass. I'm going to actually message someone about that because that is an obvious thing they need to do. To be honest, I'll take 2 number 9, a number 9 large, and number 6 with extra dip, 2 number 45, and a large cod. Large cod? When will this 26.5 update begin? It's just been announced so far. I think they're waiting for War of Champions to finish, and then they're probably just trying to line things up for Christmas, you know? They want to get, so like, yeah. Days After Rodeo came in second. I mean, they're going back and forth right now. Days After Rodeo and Walkers are going back and forth, but Ve Victus are opening up the gap again. I think they were 530k ahead, but now they're 550. So what you're probably going to have is the A team in right now. There is someone who has scored 0, so they need to just get in a war. But they're probably going to have their top 8 in for the rest of the war because there's only 7 hours left. So it's just going to be those 8 people queuing for the rest of the war. And you're probably going to have the same for Days After Rodeo and Walkers, but it's just not going to be enough for anyone else. And considering I think Walkers merged to try and take the crown, or like hold on to the crown, this is not going too well for them. And activity-wise, it definitely isn't. Like, they are the least active of the top 3, but they somehow scored a lot of points. But look how big that gap is. It's definitely a top 3 and then the rest. Probably right before... the next thing that they've teased is called Conquest. I'm probably going to make a little video about this, about what it could be. It could be a new game mode. It could be like a new... I think they might... Like, part of me is thinking, hoping at least, that they might scrap War and bring in Conquest as the new battle type, and Conquest is actually like fun, whereas War is just boring as hell, just because it's been around for 4 years and they haven't changed it too much at all. But it will never be called SS. Yeah. I mean, it is in other games though. To be fair, it is in like Eastern games, in like Japanese games and stuff. They call it SS class, but I mean, if you're gonna follow that thing, yeah. Eric. Caribbean indeed. Yeah, it is Caribbean. When you say West Indian, are you referring to Indian food or West Indian as in Bahamas? Bahamas. Jerk chicken, rice and peas. I'll try and picture. Okay, I'm going to be honest. I'll be honest with you guys. Caribbean food doesn't look great. Like, it doesn't look like pasta or pizza where you can see how amazing it is. But it tastes really good. It tastes really... Okay, this actually starting to look nice. But this just kind of just looks like a curry and rice, right? Let me find a better picture. Oh man, I'm salivating right now. It looks clean. You can have it where it looks pretty clean as well. Man, I'm really looking forward to this now. Okay, these pictures are so bad, man. Let me just... Okay, they're so bad. The pictures are so bad. I think I've shown pictures before. But there isn't any good like pictures online. And they're taken from such weird, messed up angles a lot of the time. It's crazy. Is this the best I'm gonna get? Yeah, pretty much. That's the best I'm gonna get. I would sometimes have a dumpling in there, but like dumpling is, I'm having rice and I'm trying to like not have heavy amounts of carbs, and dumpling is just like a ball of carbohydrates basically. So I'm just dodging that as much as possible. I don't think the Walkers thing was a full merge. Can you show the names in the Walkers, or are they just all generic names? They're all generic names. All the top 3 have done generics. I mean, I can maybe understand why, but I also don't understand why. Like if you're, I mean, I don't know. People can probably work out who you are eventually. I think once they're done warring, they're renaming back to their normal thing. I think. So, yeah. I mean, you could try and... Yeah, I don't know. They've all done it. They've all done it. I think even some other factions have done it. Like, I think Crazy Brazilians did it. I like the way Lethal did it the best. Well, they just put Lethal before their name or after their name. So you still know who they are. You know? So you still know who they are. This seems more like, what's the word? Like, as if it was an actual competition. This doesn't seem like it's a competition. This just seems like a gimmick. I don't know why. Like, I played FPS titles, right? And I used to actually organize tournaments. And one of the things I did was I purposefully said that like people have to use their proper known names because the games were getting streamed. So for various reasons, like so that when the shoutcasters or the commentators were talking about the players, it was your name and they could see you easily, even if they didn't know fully who you were, because they were just more like color commentators, not color commentators, like the play-by-play commentators. Whereas color commentators know who you are because they're a bit more involved in the scene, and that's what it was like. I was a color commentator, for instance. I was the person who was involved in the scene, and I could do the bits just to fill in the gaps. They don't want their opponents to easily know who they are. I know that, but yeah. It's just, yeah. Eric, give me the burgers. All looks the same in the style. It's about how it tastes, right? It's about... Food should be about how good it is with your eyes closed. You know, a lot of things in life are how good it is with your eyes closed. You know, how good does it smell? How good does it taste? That is what is the proper marker of food. If you're like, oh my god, this food looks amazing and it tastes trash, yeah, you're not gonna want to have that, are you? Lily lead, North AP boost, Rick and Arav. What do you think? Yeah, it's all right. That's all right. But you've got 3 meta characters there. You might want to take a better leader. Clementine or Ivanova are a better leader than Lily. So you might want to invest in those 2 characters instead. Because like Lily isn't a good character herself, whereas Ivanova and Clementine has a good rush, especially against some of these teams where they've got like team-wide buffs. And Ivanova has a good active where you can get past shields and massive attack boost off that active as well. So like multiplies with her own lead skill, weapons that you're holding, that sort of thing. So you can really get a lot of damage out with those sort of characters. Why didn't anyone talk about the 4K coins? It's still going on right now. You can just go and do it right now if you want. The reason people don't talk about it and they keep it quite enclosed is because these things get fixed quickly. Well, I disclosed it to my members. So if you want to see the green names in chat, I disclosed it to all my members on Discord. So everyone who was a member got to know. And it's because I knew it was a private chat and I could tell them the information without it really getting too far. How can you get more large and huge scav supply item? The one that you can't actually, yeah, they don't exist. You can only buy them. It is actually kind of weird. It is quite weird. You can get the medium, like the two at the bottom. I've got, one of my regions gets the two at the bottom quite a lot. Interesting taste. This is just West Indian foods. It tastes nice. It tastes nice. It's like grilled chicken in real, like a lot of spices and stuff. Tastes very nice. I like wide range of foods, but in terms of value, that doesn't cost. Like if I wanted to get a pizza from a like it costs like £20 to get a pizza, which is like, I don't know, $26 to get a pizza. Yeah. Whereas that entire meal costs less than half that. So it just seems much better value, you know? And yeah. And some of these places have like minimum orders. I don't know how it works in America. But in the UK, like you have to order a minimum of like £15 a lot of the time. It can get crazy. And if you live alone, it's like a slap in the face of people who are single, basically. So it's like I need to no longer be single so I can order for two. Why didn't anyone? Oh yeah, we did. People did. It's just like in enclosed situations. That's what called a pro game. Our defense team's different now. Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, like the last 5-6 characters that got released are going to be heavily being used. I reckon some of these teams are using like Jesus and Akira, where like Jesus is going to be part of the leads of these. Like you could have Jesus, Akira, and Kali in the same team, or you could have like Jesus, Akira, double Kali, and a Rick. Jesus. Oh no, you wouldn't need a double Rick. You could have double Akira. You know, Jesus, Akira, Kali, who's already. You could just throw in a random Marge there as well, if you wanted, or you could throw in a random Lee. You know, like to just protect the specialist skills. Definitely like some nasty teams potential, but like I said, like this is what I don't like about how they gear up World Champions and stuff. A lot of these heavy teams are like based off of the characters that were released in the last 6 weeks. They're not based off of like the preparation for this. It's kind of like meh. So it's like dollar signs rather than like skill and ability. The G after their names means if they're in a queue, pass general to them. The hashtag in their names means if you're in queue and they're in reserves, you're supposed to drop and get them in queue. Well, who are we talking about? Vevictus. I guess the stars means they are main queue. You can see the ones with the asterisks, the ones that have got the points, and everyone else is a filler basically. G for general. The plus, I guess they're like the must be in if they are available. Yeah. I mean, it's like, yeah. I guess it makes it easier for into like in your own faction just to see who's queuing and stuff like that. That makes it easier too. Rather than having to remember who's who and what and who's meant to be like the top hitters and stuff. You just know it because you can see it on the screen. That is reasonable. That's where my family is from on my dad's side. Love conch fritters. Yeah, but all this stuff is like you can't have all this stuff at the same time. That's the thing. Like it's not. It's like dangerous, you know. I normally have like a patty as well. I don't think I had a patty this time. No, we didn't get a patty. So I normally have like a cheesy beef patty. I'm just trying to like not go too overboard. But yeah, I went to Jamaica when I was really young, and I used to have a lot of Caribbean friends when I grew up because I grew up in West London. If you know England, I grew up in like near Shepherd's Bush, and a lot of Caribbean people lived there when they immigrated to the UK. And Used to go to parties all the time, man. Just having, I mean, I think a lot of the taste that I had about this food is that I had it when I was young. But I just did love it. I did have a large gap in my life where I didn't have it, like 5 or 6 years, maybe longer. And then I remember having it again. I was like, oh my God, I remember I had this all the time when I was a kid. If you want a good deal on go to Pizza Hut, you can get any medium pizza for £5 right now. They won't deliver it though, Noah. You have to order a certain amount of money, right? It's like minimum order £12 or something, so it's like, so then I've got to like get extra pizzas and sides and stuff. Lots of chatting line chats. Which factions stack you? Some players who go to WoC are told to sit at the bench, so the high scorers get to play more. I've offered to be one of these bench warmers. I've heard that it can be kind of tough work. I can keep benches warm though. I'm really good at this. I can queue like once, get 1k, and then the bench will be warm for the rest of the War of Champions tournament. Just to keep it, you know, just so that when they come out of their fight, they're sitting down and they're on like a warm bench. So they're keeping themselves warm for the next fight, you know? And I'll be here just sort of like, I've got you guys. Gabe Parker, thank you very much. Tier 2 as well, bruv. We're hitting it up with the Tier 2 join. Going in. Going in. The rules are, however, you are the latest person to hit the join button. So you are joining our little community of 60 plus people now. We've got over 60 people who have hit the join button that are active right now, which is nuts. But you are going to relieve the last person who joined. Oh, I can't actually remember who the last person who joined was. I think it was like 3 streams ago. Damn, who was that? I think we had Albert join off stream, so it'll probably be him, but he's a rejoin, so it's hard to know. But now you're on the fences. You've got to clear out those walkers. That's your task from now on. You're on walker duty. It's all good. Don't worry too much about it. It's just to build you up in the community, to see you're trusted, you know? We give you the job you probably know how to do the best. Is like how to eliminate walkers. You survived this long. So, yeah. Thank you very much, though, for hitting the join button. Hit tier 2 as well. It means a lot. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Walkers took over second. It's so back and... Oh, okay, I say it's so back and forth. They must have warred against each other if there's a big jump like that, I guess. They're 480k behind, so they did narrow the gap a little bit. Basically, the way it's got to work, right, is Walkers and Victors have to match, and Walkers have to win like 4 times and not lose. They can't lose that matchup, otherwise they're done pretty much. Lotion, man, I'm doing alright, thanks. I'm doing alright. The new tunes are the end of Jackie Trader for the high end. Jackie can get turn 1. Yeah, Jackie teams aren't like that big a deal. The ones that have been problems for me lately are Jackie, Tanya. I mean, Tanya probably will still be around a little bit. But it's definitely going to be Jesus and Marge leads that you're going to be seeing like 95% of the time. What did you buy with the 100 free wine bottles completing the mission? Still go for it. I went for the boxes because I want Job and I want Andrea. So I went for the crates. What's up, Shani? Did I miss you, Shani? I'm so sorry, Shani. I am terrible. With the green names, I'm going to admit, when I haven't got my glasses on, which is a lot of the time when I'm at my PC, I don't like wearing my glasses at my PC just because I just don't like it. I can sometimes, the green names can kind of blend in with each other a little bit. Just a little bit. That's what I'm saying. I've been here for like 2 minutes. Okay. Whew. I'm not that bad a guy then. We're good. Lockdown playing Among Us, I see, with tasks. I have never played it. I could maybe play it one day, but I probably wouldn't play it on my stream, to be honest. Like, at best, I would play it off stream, or I'd play it on my Twitch stream. That's about it. I've always wanted to join, but I finally got a card too. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Your name is going to go on the intro of my videos. Near the top. I still need to remake that. That is definitely high on the agenda. I might try and do that today and get it done for, like, just need to get it done so it looks nicer, because there's so many names there that it's just all like kind of like crunched up. We need to remake it. You get up to put your dogs out for 5 seconds and it all happens while you're gone. Where are these 4K coins everyone is talking about? You join a region that is at the top end of the mergers, and you get 500 coins when you get to level 7. And you can do it 8 times, like at the different ones. You have to go to the merge. Like you can go to my merger video, and you can see the one that's at the top. Are the new tunes that powerful? Yeah. Callie's crazy. Akira's really good, and Marge is obviously really powerful. It's just a good. I mean, I guess they can sort of be used on the same team to a certain extent, but I mean, you could potentially have someone use like a Marnie lead, right? And then they could have Marge and Callie on the same team with a Rick. That would be pretty nasty. So you're giving yourself early protection and like double Callie. Like Callie's like the most offensive character that you can have on your defense team that is going to be safe, because she is because she's not going to be cheesed by like a payback. Like if I had an offensive character like Arav on my defense team, I could just have Shiva on my attack team, and you're going to attack Shiva with the rush, and he obliterates 3 of his own characters. Whereas Callie doesn't do that because she doesn't do pure damage. So did you do the merge coin trick? It's not really a trick, it's just if you have regions in those regions, you're going to get the coins. Because that's how the game's working right now. So if you want to get the coins, you can do that. Marge is now my major problem if I face her on the defense team. Yeah, it is a problem. And the thing with Marge as well, I'm just going to scroll through. The thing with Marge as well is, like, you can't counter with like Clementine, because Clementine does not remove, like, Guardian Shields are not a buff. That would be cool if they were, but they are just like there, you know. They're not like a status effect. Effectively, they're just there. So Clementine can't counter that. So the only way you can counter it is like AOE. So I think the best way you can counter it is with a Erin team, and having one character on that attack team have a splash weapon. Like, for instance, Dylan. So you just remove the shield from... you remove the shield from Marge. You attack with Dylan. Or maybe even attack with Erin with a splash weapon. Dylan's is a bit more controllable because it relies on crit. But... and then you can wipe the shields. And then you're good. Like, that's half the thing gone. Now you've got to prepare yourself for... basically the full protection, which isn't too bad. It's only bleed and infection. If you're going in with the percentage damage team, that's absolutely not going to do anything. So you need to like block other teams, other characters like the Lees, the Carls, that sort of thing. Akira as well, he keeps cleansing. And yeah. And it's like those sort of characters and teams, the ones that are going to do a really good job against them are Trauma. And we have got a couple of characters that do Trauma now. Like, you could have got a 6-star Abraham with the Trauma weapon. You could, like, from the current event. You also could have got the Grim Axe, which has Trauma on it. You could get Jesus as a 6-star who's got Trauma on his active turn 1 to everybody. So you've got access to early Trauma. So there are combats in there. It's just, you've got to think a little bit differently. You can't just take your Rampage attack team, which I haven't used that much recently for a long time. I'm mainly using my melee attack team. Why not use Prayer against Marge? Doesn't she still do more damage than straight damage? You can use Prayer against Marge, 100%. The issue with Marge is if she's a leader, you can't rush quickly, right? You can't rush quickly. And there can be fast characters on teams with her in. So you can definitely gear a Prayer towards taking down Marge. Without a doubt. And my food's meant to arrive in 20 minutes. We'll see. But if it arrives in 20 minutes, I will be happy. It's constantly raining right now. Constantly raining. Well, next I have Nick's Trauma. You can't take out Marge teams with traumas on rushes. You have to have turn 1 Trauma. And that's weapons and actives. Because she gets in the cleanse turn 1. So you've got to be able to get ahead of that. So, yeah. That's the thing you got to do. That's the thing you got to do. You can get 4K trauma turn 1 on all characters if you have 2 6 stars. And then you could have like... I think you can get up to 3 debuffs on Marge herself. Probably more actually if you remove... yeah. Is trauma stun being used for attacks since resisting causes damage? Yep. There's because people got the trauma weapon. There was a weapon that was part of the Halloween event, which was a trauma axe, which is really powerful. A lot of people got that. Some people did miss out, unfortunately. I've been wanting to join for a couple of days now, but I've missing the streams and I wanted to do it live. That's perfectly fine. Waiting for a live stream makes 100% perfect sense. I really do appreciate it. A lot. I'd want to be on a live stream if I join someone's stream. Doing it offline, it's cool though. If anyone ever does it offline, I do give you a shout out in the next stream or next time I see you, and just say thank you. But I can 100% understand you wanted to do it live. Makes perfect sense to me. Perfect sense. Now you see what Gabe Parker did, guys, is Gabe hit the join button underneath my video. If you check my video, it's got volume control, pause, that sort of thing. But there's also a button that says subscribe. If you haven't hit that, that's free. But there's also a button that's join. Now you can click this. It's 100% free to click this. It will just show you the options. There are 3 tiers right now, but 2 main tiers. Tier 1 is $1 a month, or £1 a month, or 1 of your local currency per month. And so 12 of your local currency per year. Supports my channel directly. Money goes to me. And your names will turn green in the chat. You'll have access to emotes. So if your name's green, you've got like special emotes you can use in my chats. If you link your Discord and your YouTube together, your name will go red on my Discord, just to show you are supporting me as well there. And yeah, your name will also go on the intro of my videos, just to give you a shout out, just to say thank you very much. And it does mean a lot, the amount of people that have hit that join button. It makes a massive difference. Like, I've said this in the past, like, making videos for RTS is not the most, like, I would say smartest decision. If I want to be a full-time YouTuber, I should have done it on like a game or anything that was bigger. It's really hard work, but you guys do make it a little bit easier, quite a bit easier, in fact, by supporting me financially like that. So it does make a massive difference. I do appreciate it. Everyone hit like and subscribe. We're at 39 likes now. Let's get to 50. I think we can get to 50. We're probably going to be streaming for a little bit longer. We should be able to get to 50. Without too much of a problem. Okay, let's see what these bands are. Is it 1, 1, 2? Well, that's weird, isn't it? Why is it 22? Okay, 11. Yeah, that's pretty weird. Okay, so it's 41, 31, 22, 17, 11. Wait, is that the top end or the bottom end? That'll be the bottom end. Okay, so we've got all the way to the bottom. 41. It's reasonably close. This is going to be one. This isn't going to be actually going to be too much of a difference because they both get 2 crates no matter where they position here. And 31. This is the big one because this is the difference between. I think this is an extra crate. No, it isn't. It isn't an extra crate yet. Okay, so they're just basically battling for bennies at this point. But that is really close. This is the big one. How close is it? Ooh. This is the difference of like having to buy an extra offer if you get the if you get enough to get Tara. Like this position has to get 3, and I think they normally do 2 for coins and then 1 for money. And this position has to get 2, so 2 for coins. So it's the difference between, and a lot of the time the money one is it's reasonably expensive for 1,000 cards. It's reasonably expensive. Okay, the next one was. Oh no, it wasn't 21, it was 22. I mean, that's even closer, look at that. Okay, that's even closer. But I mean, look, they're all in it. There's, how many factions at this point? Man, how many? 4 factions with like 60k between them, between 22nd and 19th. So any of these 4 factions realistically could be in 22nd. And you never know. One of these factions could go ham and catch up. one of these factions could drop off. I think Anarquistas Elite are fairly safe, so that's pretty tight. And then was it 17th? Was the next one? 17th and 16th. Okay. There's quite a big gap there. And then the last ones are 11, 10, 7, 6. Okay. 11, 10, 7, 6. And that's reasonably close. Reasonably close. 7, 6. Reasonably close. Crazy Brazilians are dropping. They were in 4th. They've come down to 6th. That's interesting. And then we have 4th. Yeah, the top 3 is guaranteed at this point, I would say. That's what I'm guaranteeing. Top 3 are guaranteed. 38 degrees. I'm not catching these guys. Not catching these guys. What's the difference between 6th? Like that's one extra crate. So it's 1,000 cards again. Some bennies. And a little bit of armory tokens. So yeah, Crazy Brazilians, they are dropping quite a bit. 250k ahead still, but... What's up, Bayakuya? First time catching a stream because of war. No worries, it's all good. It's all good. What's up, Bruno, as well? I got a 5-star Kali from a temple. Modded her with HP mods and took her to 6-star. Nice, 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 nice. Been watching you for a few months. Decided to subscribe. Thank you very much. I appreciate that a lot. And I'm kind of the same way. Sometimes I can watch someone's videos for quite a long time and then realize, actually, you know, I'm watching this guy's videos quite a lot. So I might as well hit the subscribe button. I know that some people can get into the same boat with watching my content. Like, they just figure out, actually, I've watched this guy's videos for like, I don't know, 2 months in a row, like you say. I think it's about time. Hit that support button. Do remember that when you hit subscribe, guys, if you are in chat and you are one of those people, you can just turn off my notifications, so you won't ever get notified. The subscribe just then becomes more you're supporting me. There's 3 tiers of subscribe, okay? First tier is you hit the subscribe button and you turn off all notifications. That subscribe hit just makes my subscribe numbers go up by 1, and that is you supporting me. Then you can turn the notifications on, and there are 2 different types. There's one that's called personalized. That means you're going to get a random notification every now and again. Like, I think it's like every other video, or like the types of videos you normally tune into, you'll get notified with it. And the top level of like subscriber like support is all notifications, and that means that every time I release a video or go live on my live stream, you will be notified, and it will say, yo, Lockdown's done this, check it out, basically. Can't find a Discord link. I can put it in the chat. Join my community Discord. There you go, guys. That is the community Discord link. We've got quite a few people in there now. Quite a few people. I am actually going to be trying to get partnered on Discord, because I did get the, like, do you want to be a partner on Discord? Because I've got enough people to do it. So, and I need to do a few things to get that done. But I think we've got a really active, nice community. So why not? Why don't we do that? I don't have notifications on. I just rely on Discord to know if that you've uploaded. Really? Really, Noah? That's interesting, actually. That's interesting. Just turn notifications on. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Just make sure you've got your notifications turned on your phone as well for YouTube. Otherwise, YouTube will, your phone will just block YouTube notifications. See, there's another one. There's another sort of layer. You'll be notified when you go onto YouTube, or you'll be notified on your phone if you turn on notifications on your actual phone. It's crazy. The amount of layers that this goes into is nuts. But there are quite a few people who turn on everything. Absolutely everything. Everything. And it does make a massive difference on my content. Like, when I release a video, when I get hundreds of views in the first like 5-10 minutes, it's because the people hit the notification button. Sounds like I'm a basic subby. You don't have notifications turned on, Shani? How do you know I'm streaming? You always tune into my streams. It's always like you always know I'm streaming. Is it? So I'm going to be honest. I don't have notifications turned off for some people, right? And then sometimes I can just be sitting here and just be like, my spidey sense is tingling. Blah blah might be streaming, and I go and they literally have just started their stream. I don't know how it happens. I think it's just because I'm used to them streaming at that time, and if I want to watch them, I can check them out at that time. And that seems to happen quite a lot to me. So I'm guessing it happens to other people when it's like, wait a sec, this is the normal time that lockdown streams, you know. I'm always on YouTube. Yeah, better than regular TV. It is, you know, it is. You get to see a lot of what you want. It's more genuine a lot of the time as well, you know. My name in Discord is different, but I'm there. Love it. I tell everyone in my faction to join for best. No worries. Thank you very much. You can call yourself whatever you want in Discord, as long as it's like, as long as it's just be smart with what you use as your name, you know. But generally, you don't have to have the same name or anything as your YouTube. I no need notifications because I always know you'll upload a new or live stream videos. Okay, it's all good. What's up, Mohammed? I'm doing all right. Can't complain too much. Good thing you mentioned that because I had my yeah, it's all good. I haven't watched TV in like a year. I'm gonna be honest. I've talked about this before. And people who aren't from the UK probably are probably gonna be like, what? But I got the letter through from TV license in the UK, basically saying it's been like 2 years since you said you don't watch TV and have a TV that, you know, where you watch live TV on it. Is it still the same? Because you have to say yeah, otherwise they will like try and bust you for watching TV. So I'm like, yeah, and I sign it, and it's like I haven't watched TV like for ages. I only watch like Netflix and stuff like that, which is not live. My WoC sensors are tingling. Oof. A few weeks left until lockdown's over. I mean, for me, I'm basically staying indoors until those numbers come way down. I watch YouTube and Netflix. I've been watching The Crown on Netflix. I've been watching Community on Netflix. My brother made me watch a new TV show recently called This Is Us. And if you just want to watch a single episode of a TV show that is just like mind-boggling, I only watched the first episode so far. I'm probably not going to watch any more of it until I've got through what I want to watch. But that first episode, I was just like, there was a moment and it just like, wait, what? Damn, like I didn't figure it out. And it was good to have that moment. I'm off to bed. No worries, David. Take care. Sleep well. Numbers are going up in USA. We might be locked down again soon. I mean, I think I saw a press release where they said they're not going to do any lockdown while Trump's still in office. That's what he said anyway. So it might be a little while until that happens. The only time I've watched TV was when The Walking Dead season 10 and 16 came out. Okay. This Is Us is good. Yeah, I've only seen the first episode though. I only saw the first episode, but it was a proper like. It is a proper moment. But the positive. Oh, did he actually concede now? Okay. Let me just check because it'll be all over BBC News if it's the case. Doesn't look like it. Oh no, he says it says he refuses to concede. But he says he won. It's still just funny for me. It's still just funny for me. I don't know. We're not going to talk about it anymore. It's become too much. This has been drawn out way too much. Way too much. Like before, it was like kind of entertaining. Now it's kind of embarrassing. Like, and not for you guys, not for anyone who's American in my chat. I do not blame you at all. It's nothing on you. It's just like, man, what is this? Just what is going on? Like, you're doing the biggest face palms. We've already talked about it. We're not going to talk about it more. You're here to get distracted by this crap. So let's talk about The Walking Dead Road to Survival, guys. To be fair, as an American, I am embarrassed. Are you from London too? I am from London, indeed. I was born and raised in West London, Hammersmith, which is, I guess most people in London know Hammersmith and Fulham, and near Shepherd's Bush. It was like right on the edge of Hammersmith and Shepherd's Bush. And then when I got older, I moved to Acton, which is still west, but just a little bit further. And I think it's a little bit more north of Hammersmith. I'm not 100% certain, if I'm honest. And I lived in Acton for like 10 years. Then I went back. Crazy enough, I went back to my actual house that I lived in when it was a flat, because we kept my parents kept the flat and rented it out. I moved into that when I was 18, and I stayed there for like a year and a half, 2 years. Then the issues hit, the financial issues hit. Moved back home. My brothers were bigger, obviously, because I'd been away for 2 or 3 years, and my brothers were bigger. And it was like 5 grown people in a much smaller house, and I was losing it. So then I just started saving money. For the next 2 or 3 years, I saved every single penny I got. Managed to get enough to get a deposit on a house, and I live in East London now. I moved to East London because the houses are cheaper, but you can get bigger houses. My house is twice the size of my parents' house, but it was much, much cheaper just because of where it is. And I live in East London now. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm kind of thinking of maybe selling my house at some point though, because it's gone up in value for one, which is nice. But I don't know, I kind of want to live somewhere by myself. Right now I have a tenant, and I'd rather live somewhere smaller by myself than somewhere big and have to share. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just thinking at the moment. All I'm doing is thinking in the lockdown. The entire time, just like thinking. I've seen the table reading. I'm in the east. In Whitechapel. Okay. I'm in Hornchurch. Sorry to spam, but can you show us what is in the crates? Which ones? These crates. You get 1,000 Tara cards, or you can go for another character. Like, if you're high up, or if you score enough, because you get 6 of them here, so you get 6,000 Tara cards. And then that means you have to hit milestones as well, because you get 1,000 Tara cards in the milestone, or Lilith. And you can get up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8k. You can get 8k in here. And that means no matter where you finish, you could effectively get Tara from the event, because you can get 2k from this crate all the way back down the bottom left. But you have to hit the 500k milestone if you're in 41st or 50th, which is really going to be hard to do. Really hard. Like, we can scroll down and see if anyone's actually hit it. We've got someone at 300k. Like, they're not going to be close enough. They have to probably be like okay, there we go. We've got 2 people here who are definitely getting the character if they want, where they can get it from the milestones and they can get it from placement. So we've got 2 people in this faction who are guaranteed to get the character if they want it. That's in the bottom faction. And then we've got Slaughterhouse. And I say the bottom faction because I don't know what to call them. We've got 1 person here who's going to be able to do the same. So there's a few people go proper ham. Like, this is the position my faction would have been in, and I would have wanted to get the character, so I would have been devastated because there's no way I would have put in this sort of time. It's just crazy amounts of warring. I'd have been so burnt out. I have to think long term. I have to not put myself off playing the game for the next 2 weeks, I have to play the game, so that's why part of me is relieved my faction didn't qualify, because it could have been really bad for my YouTube channel long term. Like, Man on the Moon's talked about it a little bit. The last War of Champions, he went mad on the weekend, and then he basically stopped making videos for like 3 months. Or like a little bit longer even. This person's going to have to pick it up if they want to get there. But we've got quite a few 500Ks to be fair. This one's like 8k away. So yeah, it's going to be doable, but it's tough. Also, what did you do before becoming a content creator? I was in finance for a little bit. Well, that was my original job, where I started going into finance and trying, because I was good with numbers, I was good with charts, and I was actually good at projections. I could project financial stuff pretty well. and I just lost interest because it was just kind of boring. I think it was mainly because of the jobs they gave me. They didn't really give me the great jobs. So then I started moving into IT because I was just decent with computers anyway, and I had no experience. But I moved into a role where I had to do data entry basically. And then one time we had an announcement that the guy who was doing, I was there for 2 weeks. I had 100% in my career so far. I've had 100% interview to job ratio because actually my first ever job I worked at a health club, but that was when I was 15. And in the UK we have something called work experience, where you get 2 weeks of work experience during your one of your last school years, and they offered me a job for the summer. I was balling. As a 15-year-old, I had like £600, which is like, at the time it was like $1,000. As a 15-year-old, was pretty balling, I'm gonna be honest. And I got the job there again in the following summer, but then I went into that financial route. Didn't work out. Wasn't really interested in it. I did that for like 2 or 3 years, not that huge amount of time, but yeah, I worked out quick that wasn't my deal. And then I went into IT, and I had to start really low, like data entry. But then in the 2-week placement, I got like asked to do like build a web page if I could do it. I was like, yeah, I'll give it a try, and I built it like pretty quick. And they were like, oh, that was pretty good, we'll give you another one, right? And the second one I built in like 1/5 of the time, and they were like dumbfounded. And it's because whoever did it before, like, I just built, the first thing I did was I built a template, so that if I ever had to build a page again, I'd just build it off the template. And that's what I did the second time around, and it took me no time at all. And then they just started giving me, for the last 3 days of my placement, they started giving me these pages, and I got up like 30 pages in the time it would normally take them to do like 5. So then they offered me a job. I was unqualified, so my job money was really, really bad. So then I did some extracurricular like education, got IT qualifications, and then my job basically crapped themselves and doubled my money. Like the day I got my qualification, they're like, yeah, we want to offer you like an increase in your wage. And I was like, yeah, cool, that sounds good. What is it, like an extra like, like £20 a month? No, it was like double. I got a huge amount, big boost. And unfortunately it went kind of sour there. Kind of a lot of the people who were at the top switched around a little bit. We had a new person come in who kind of had it in for me, honestly. Just kind of had it in for me. And basically, just if you ever have a conversation with your employer on a phone, record it. Because I recorded it, and they said something stupid. And they tried to sack me. And then I just basically said, yo, I recorded the phone calls. I literally just said I recorded the phone calls. They didn't know if I did or didn't, but I just said I did. And then they offered me 3 months money to go, and I was like, yeah, that isn't enough. Went through some like basically lawyers, but I can't remember what we call them in the UK. It's not lawyers. It isn't that big a deal. But anyway, just got some representation, and I managed to get a year's wage off of them for what they did. Just to not be able to talk about it. And then that's when I decided that at that point I'd already created a YouTube channel. I was about 6 or 7 months in, and that's the point I decided to start making YouTube videos much more often. And I had a year to get into a good position, and I just about didn't do it, honestly. My family still financially supported me for about 3 or 4 months, where they'll give me like $100 or $200 a month just to make me ends meet. But now I'm fine. Barrister. No, isn't that crazy? It isn't that crazy. It's just legal representation, you know? Effectively, I think you call it a lawyer in America, but there's like, barrister's like top level in the UK. We didn't go to court or anything. It wasn't anything. I didn't even meet the person who represented me. It was just over the phone, you know, because it was just like, yeah, it was pretty easy to do. But yeah, so that's my career, and I decided I didn't really want to work for other people again. And I've been a YouTuber since, so that's been like the last 2.5 years. It's actually crazy that it's only been that much time. It feels like a lot longer. I've been working really hard at this. Media, yeah. I'll find the words. I think it begins with C. I can't feel my legs. I got a question about scavenger camps. If I do a mission that's grade C and it says the rewards are just wood, will I get XP for the tunes or no? There's only specific scav missions that give counselor. Sort of. I'll find out the words. I'll find out the words. Let me ask Google. I think it's UK specific. Solicitor. I think it's a solicitor. So I was close. There was a C in there. In the UK, it's called solicitor. Let me just Google it. What is the role of a solicitor? Act on behalf and give legal advice to private and commercial clients. Once qualified, solicitors often specialize in one legal area, such as family, litigation, property, or tax. Solicitors working in commercial law firms advise large corporate clients or transactions on cases. So I was a solicitor, which is, I think, it goes solicitor, lawyer, barrister in the UK. I'm pretty sure. And I think barrister is basically a lawyer. They're exactly the same. The difference is how long you've been doing it and respect, and it's sort of like being a DA, right? A defense attorney. You're still the same dude, but you're seen as someone who knows what they're doing, if you know what I mean. You're not a newbie. Hope that makes sense. But yeah, so yeah, I kind of got lucky because I just recorded those phone calls. They basically, it wasn't actually that big a deal what they said, but it was enough that I was explaining a problem I was having with my work and why I couldn't do something, and they shouted at me and told me to get off my high horse. But that was enough that my problem was enough that they were ignoring my problem. And that was enough to get a year's wages. That felt good. So I was just like, cool. And when they said it, I was like gobsmacked. Nothing actually even was said for 5 seconds, because I was like, basically just help me out there. What's a barista? It's not a barista, it's a barrister. I thought a barrister made coffee. No. That story is freaking... Yeah, it was. I was just sitting there. I was just like... I couldn't believe it. They just handed me it. I was telling them my problem. The issue I was having. They also tried... I had a really bad leg injury, right? A really bad leg injury at the time as well. And I couldn't come to work. And they tried to say it was fake in the phone call as well. It was like every... I was like... My leg was effectively in a cast at the time. And it was just like, my issues were 100% exactly massively legit. So it was like, it couldn't have been any better. I couldn't have made them say something to dig themselves into a hole better than they did it themselves, you know? And they did. And it was that bad that and it got to the point where when it came to the legal matter, part of it was that my representation gave a transcript of the moment that they messed up, and they messaged me and they said, "Is this okay? I'm going to send it through." And it was exactly 1-for-1 the transcript of what happened. And just reading it, I was just like, man, they messed up so bad. And then it went from what their original offer was to a year, just based on them sending her sending through that transcript, because they probably remembered saying this. And it's like, if it's transcript word for word, then they've got a recording of it. And basically, part of my whole thing was I wasn't allowed to contact news because they're a pretty big company for how small they were in terms of what they represented. So yeah, it wasn't like a local company or something. It was a pretty big company when it comes to UK representation, so it would look really bad for them. But yeah, we think you're faking your leg injury. Couldn't even walk up flights of stairs, pretty much had to live downstairs for a little while just because my leg was absolutely wrecked. Barista is the person at Starbucks who makes your coffee. Yeah. That's the top level, though, of being a lawyer. You become a barista and starts giving people coffee. This is what I went through 10 years of law school and, you know, and the courts. Give people their coffees at Starbucks. Oh my. Oh my, oh my. Where's my food though? Let me just check. I did actually like confirm the order, right? I've done that before. Been like mad at myself. No. Oh yeah. Wait. Or it's gonna hopefully be here in like 7 minutes. I ordered West Indian, like Caribbean food. Jerk chicken, rice peas, macaroni cheese side, and extra sauce. Extra sauce. No, I don't like hot sauce. It's mild sauce, so it's spicy, but it's like I can get through it, you know. Yum indeed. Yes, that's my jam. I would normally get like a patty or like a dumpling on the side, but as I said before, that's like just literally just buying a massive lump of carbohydrates and trying my best to just avoid that stuff. I like, yeah, me too. I grew up having Caribbean food. I love it. I love it. Italian food, Caribbean food are probably my top favorites. Mexican food as well. I actually only learnt about Mexican food when I got older. Don't have Mexican food in the UK that much, but once I started getting into Mexican food, like oh my god, quesadilla. Oh my lordy. Yes, please. That is some proper nice food for me. That's probably like the top three food types. And I actually like British food. I know a lot of people don't like British food, but I like British food. It's quite nice. Like Sunday roast is really, really good. 1 week is enough that it doesn't get old, and it was always nice. Early Ockenny and Glyn. What you have to do, I think, is create you had to create a region in the one underneath it, like effectively one of the regions going into that region, and you could potentially have got the coins. I created a region in all of the regions underneath, like every single group. So they still existed for me. You might be able to still do that. I don't know if you can create a region in the regions that are getting merged. That might work. I don't know how it works, to be honest, because I had a couple of my regions forced into where they'd be going, basically. So it was kind of weird and interesting. I thought other people to do it. Yeah. I don't think you even have to level those up. You just have to create, and then it gets forced into them. At least it did. I don't know if that's the case anymore. That's the difference. But I mean, you can still get a little bit of coins. A little bitty bit. I want to know the minimum level for the double coin off it. If it's 30, I'm going to cry. Ah, right. I see. Oh, right. Yeah, people could potentially be leveling up their accounts to get the double coin offer. Huh. I see. That'd be cheeky. Eric, there's another thing that you can do is you can actually buy coins, and you get twice the amount of coins for the same amount of money. So you get 16k for what would you normally get 8k for. I had minis at level 16. It might come later, but yeah. Is this the one time that Lady Geek's gonna whale out? Actually, I don't know. Is Lady Geek a whale already? I'm gonna go ahead and say maybe a dolphin. I've scored 300k this war, and Moon is still complaining. I don't think I've hit 50k yet. I need to hit 50k. I'm gonna do that in my downtime between my streams. I welled out for Andrea. How many pulls did it take? That's the question. How many pulls did it take? Gap's starting to open up
between second and third now. Not much, but... And that just shows you how quick it can happen. Look, 200k gap. 200k gap. But now we've got a 700k gap nearly between first and second. Like, yep. 7 40 pulls. I mean, that isn't actually that crazy. I do fight. Oh, actually, that is crazy. One sec. I was thinking a big was a 20. That is crazy. That is crazy. Because I normally do 2 plus 2 10s. Yeah. So basically, you did the pull that I did for Javi, Marge, and Rick put together to get her. That is nuts. Whereas I got 60% of each of those characters on those pulls. So I nearly... Yeah. That's crazy. And she's got a personal Easter egg. Yep. I had 2 gift cards saved up and used the Amazon discount. Yep. Wine event is actually a pretty good deal cost wise if you pick up her cards. I haven't looked at the wine event. That's my food. 1 second. I'm back. I'm back. It's got me a plate. Andrea's awful. Nobody should get her. She's awesome. I've got 2 pieces of that puzzle already. I've got Axel and Nor, and then I need Andrea, and that's like the trio. That's the trio. They're going to be awesome. I'm telling you, nobody else should get her. She's one of the best characters in Draft as well. She's really good in Draft. Andrew's a bad character. Terrible. Terrible. Doesn't she also have normalize? Man, she has a lot. She's good for Essa. This guy. Yeah, I got you, Alfonso. I got you. Okay, guys. I think I'm just gonna wrap up my stream here because I'm just gonna be eating, and I was gonna wrap it at 2 hours anyway. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stream again in about just under 5 hours time, with 1 hour 20 minutes left on the event. I'm gonna start my next stream, and what we'll do is we'll watch the tick down of World Champions, and then I'll switch to one of my other regions, and we'll do a temple for Cali. So that's the plan, okay? That's the plan. So look at the top 3 right now. See, it's Victus, Walkers, and Days After Rodeo. The Walkers and Days After Rodeo have been switching quite a bit, so we'll see what it's going to be like in about 4.5, 5 hours time, okay? So I'll see you soon, guys. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your wars. Hopefully see you on my stream later on. Otherwise, maybe my stream tomorrow, because I'll be streaming tomorrow as well. That is the end of my stream for now, though, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. And as always, keep on surviving. I just read you say, enjoy your food. I was going to be, keep on enjoying your food. Keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.